What's up, Sagittarius? Welcome to your November 2018 love reading. This is going to be perfect for you if you are a Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. If it doesn't resonate, please check out your other signs. Also, please be sure to check out your general read for the month of November. And yeah, Sagittarius, what? Okay, so I will say this feels like this has a lot to do with those of you guys who are in a karmic, like soulmate situation. Whatever this is that's going on right here, it feels like this is something that happens often. Like this feels like this is something very cyclical of, something happens, somebody blows up the spot, a decision needs to be made, you kind of go in your own corners, try to rebuild, but then don't really fix the trauma right, and then someone moves on, but then they miss each other, so you talk each other back into it, then you end up being stuck in. It's something like that. It feels very much like this is something that is a cycle of you and this other person, or just a cycle of a pattern of yours. Now, at the unseen energy, you guys have the Lovers card, right? But then underneath that, you've also got the Seven of Swords with this moon, right? So I do feel like there, it just feels like there's a sense of deception in something. Like maybe there were things that were withheld, information that was withheld, lies that were told. Again, this does feel very karmic. And there needs to be a decision made. I mean, obviously, the first card that you guys have is the Judgment card. So I do feel like you guys are standing in limbo on whether or not to actively pursue this situation, right? If this is someone that you've been dealing with for quite a while, I feel like it's like, again, this back and forth energy of like, sometimes we're good, sometimes we're not. I'm always having to fucking decide if I want to forgive the ass for something they've done or them me. It just seems like it doesn't ever feel to me sturdy, right? With this Judgment card right here, it just doesn't ever feel like it's quite, I don't know, it just feels like you guys don't feel sturdy in this, right? It just feels like this is a cycle that we keep hitting. And I'm saying doesn't feel sturdy too, because right next to that Judgment card, you guys have that Tower card. So I just feel like something came to light. Either there was a conversation that was had, something was revealed, something just happened out of nowhere, what seems like out of nowhere, that has kind of thrown you off in trying to decide if you want to move forward in this way with this person in this relationship, right? You guys are really being asked right now to trust your intuition. It seems to me like this situation, like especially if it's someone that you've dealt with or been dealing with, it seems like it's something that they're able to easily talk themselves out of. So it's going to require you to not only be intellectually up there with them, it's like you're going to have to tap into your other resources of knowing, right? You're going to have to really trust yourself, really trust what feels right, like your body, right? Trust what visceral reactions you get. Trust how things feel to you when somebody says something to you. That's what I'm hearing. Like, trust how, like, pay attention to how the lies feel. Because again, I feel like this is something that you guys keep going back to in terms of, like, say there could be always like someone has a problem with cheating or something. And then you find out, and then, they kind of sweet talk themselves in, back into this situation, and then you find yourself at the same place like a month or so or whatever down the line, and not necessarily cheating, but it feels like that type of intensity, like it feels comparable to it. Like feels like there's been some type of deception, you guys feel like, right? Or again, it's like something happened out of nowhere that's causing you guys to really rethink this. I do feel like it's someone that you love, but I do feel like you guys are kind of coming to the awareness like, damn, something's always happening, right? It's like you guys are starting to get your aha moments like, okay, I love this person, but it's just too much. It's just too hard. It's not easy, right? It's interesting. The Queen of Cups is the only cup character who actually has a lid on her cup, right? So I think it's indicating like you may need to put a lid on your emotions a little bit. Like this might require you making a head over heart decision, because um, it seems like you keep putting yourself in situations that have you getting hurt, right? Now, the other person, where they are, they've got the death card. So they're going through transformation of some sort, right? Um, this person, I feel like you may not have even heard from. Like, maybe you haven't even really been dealing with this person. Maybe it's been a while since you guys have talked. I feel like they're going through it, but I feel like they're going through it alone. I don't feel like this person's in your face necessarily trying to convince you anything. It feels like they're pretty alone. It feels like this has been a long time coming. It feels like, some of you guys may be dealing with a Scorpio person, but it feels like they're in a place where they just want to walk away to things that are easier too. Like, the death card comes, so the difference between the death and the tower, the death card comes, but it's something that we've sensed coming, right? It's not something that sneaks up on us. It's something that we've known was dying off for a while, right? Um, so I just feel like both parties, you guys, I feel like it's something like you guys don't want to let go. It's like both people have love for each other, or have, like, even if you're not in a loving situation, like say it's not something that's strong, like say it's someone you really like you guys both have love or like for one another, but I think it's like the realization that maybe you guys just aren't the best for one another though, right? This person wants to move on to something easier, because it feels like although there's history and there's love there, there's something that you just cannot figure it out together. It almost feels like an energy of like you learned certain lessons through them. They were in your life for a reason, and maybe not for a forever reason. Maybe it's like more the lessons right now. Also, some of you guys, some of them may be moving away. Maybe that's what this thing is. Someone's going through a transformation in their life in general, like they're moving places, they're moving jobs. Maybe that's what's happening to a lot of you guys, which could be the tower too, right? Like figuring out, like, maybe this person or you, because again, this is general, it can go either ways. Someone's finding out maybe there's a new job opportunity somewhere else, and it happened all this sudden, right? And so it makes you guys have to make a judgment call. Okay, is this something that we're going to want to deal with? Do we want to try to have a long distance relationship, or do we want to let this kind of die off? But definitely, there's something within foundations being built, it's causing you guys to really figure out what way to go. And it looks like it may be a situation that everyone's going to kind of walk away from. Um, Because this person, they're trying to build their foundations too. So again, someone could be moving away and really have an opportunity for a better job or an advancement or something somewhere else. And that could be what this death card and Six of Swords energy is about. If your lover's moving away, or if you're moving away. But some of you, if this is something that it's like a relationship that's been toxic in the past, I feel like both of you are really at this place where you're like, we're trying to do better as people individually. So although it's sad, and although it sucks, and although it hurts, and although there's history there built up, it feels like the decision to walk away is what's going to be made, because at this time it's the best. Now, it doesn't mean that things can't come back together, people can't come back together, but at this time, that's what's going to, it looks like, be best for both parties, right? Yeah. Now, the blocks, you've got the Five of Cups. So make sure, if, like, let's say there is a breakup or something, it's going to be very, it's going to be very important for moving forward's sake that you guys are not focusing too much energy on things that went wrong in the past, and put more emphasis on things that are going right, and things that are slowly starting to manifest in your life as going right, right? Because that's when you'll get more blessings. It's like if you focus too much on the past, first of all, focusing too much on the past, that's where we get depressed, right? Thinking about all the things that we can't change, there's nothing we can do about it. Like, the past is in the past, is in the past, is in the past. What we should always strive to do is thank the past, learn the lessons, keep it pushing so we can do better in the future, right? So if this is a relationship, let's say that you guys were together and you guys are deciding how you guys want to go, there could be so much that's happened in the past that it's like you feel like it's too much to move on. It's too much to move forward from. And feeling really sad about that. Now there's nothing wrong with feeling your sad emotions and recognizing them, but it's important that we don't stay in that place, right? Because then we miss out on all the opportunities that are around us. Now, to move forward, it feels like what's supposed to be doing is moving forward, like moving forward. This Knight of Swords character is the fastest knight in the deck. You know, he can be very blunt, very abrasive, so definitely being mindful of that. But it's all about moving forward and moving forward fast, and just really not dealing with the things that went wrong in the past. I feel like it's important to cut off any ties of feeling bad, sever any vows of not feeling enough or whatever that is making you feel stuck. What is going to be required, I feel like, of you guys in order to move forward is some movement on your part. I just don't know that you guys have it in you to do that. I feel like a little bit of you guys are a little bit shell shocked and just kind of like, look, I'm stuck. I don't know what to do. This hit me all by surprise. This came out of nowhere. Whatever this is, it feels like there's something that just came out of nowhere and you guys are kind of like stuck to the point of paralysis. It's advising you to get up, get moving, right? Tony Robbins says it best. Whenever we are in a place where we're stuck, or whenever you want to change your emotion, the quickest way to change your emotion is by motion, right? Get moving. Therefore, like when we're stuck, when we're sad, when we're depressed, it's best to start. That's why they say exercise, move, dance, do whatever just to get your body moving. I feel like that's what's going to be helpful for you guys, because through that too, I feel like you guys will be doing different things that'll give you inspiration. And I feel like it'll give you different perspective in order to see the situation a little bit clearer and not feel so sad and hung up on things, but understand that things are happening in the way that they needed to, right? Now, look, this is your potential outcome card. I always tell people this is the most insignificant card placement of the whole spread because this is not happening. This has not happened. This is what we look at these spreads for so we can course correct, right? It's like if I don't want to feel sad and stuck like this come the end of November, when Eight of Swords is clearly telling me that me being stuck is on my own, right? It's by my own doing, right? What it's important for me to do, again, is get moving, get active, get out there, I think it's going to be really important. I think this month you guys just got to keep things pushing and keep things moving no matter what's coming at you. Life is happening and it's happening fast, and I feel like you guys are thrown off by a few things, but honestly, it's all at the end of the day to build your foundations better. Whoever you're dealing with needs to go through this transformation they're going to, and you're better off for it if they do. They're better off for it if they do. If there's something that you guys like a cycle that you guys keep repeating, it's really important that you are really using this Queen of Cups energy and going deep within and noticing that, right? Really noticing that, really paying attention to your patterns, really paying attention to your signs. Sometimes we wonder how we end up in the same fucking situations because it might look a little different, but at the end of the day, if we really, really break it down, it's the same situation. There's a new name to it, a new face to it, a new something to it. But, sometimes it's helpful to study our actions so that we know what we're doing that keep getting us in these places that keep making us feel stuck, right? I think right now it's going to be important for you guys to keep moving, and for a lot of you, keep moving on. Okay? You guys, past life relationship. You have known each other before. Again, I opened up with, I felt like a lot of you guys were in karmic relationships. This can be, someone that you've shared past lives with, someone that you've known for a long time in this life. I don't know, but there's some tie that's keeping you stuck. I just don't know that it's the best situation for you because it seems like you keep going in this cycle. Okay? If you don't want to feel like this, if you don't want to keep doing this, then the best thing for you guys to do is to keep moving. You guys got to let go of all your feelings of despair and sadness in the past with that 5 of Cups, right? And be optimistic about those cups that are behind you. Stop being sad about things that have happened and gone wrong in the past, because you're just going to keep getting more of experiences like that in your physical world. Okay. So I hope this helped you guys. If you guys are interested in a personal reading, you guys can email me at shesvibeytarot@gmail.com. Thank you all for your likes, shares, and subscribes. I super appreciate you all, and I'll see you next month. Bye.